We have actually, over the course of time, expanded the definition of the automotive practice to include automotive and mobility. And that's because the world has evolved and it's undergoing dramatic changes.
So if you think back to the last few decades, you could argue this was a fairly sleepy industry where the mechanics of a car, what a car did, fundamentally didn't change much over many decades. But as you think about the industry now, whether it's mobility like Uber and Lyft, or whether it's electrification of the vehicle, or whether it's autonomous driving and the idea that in a few decades we won't be behind the wheel at all, the industry is having to deal with that change, and the ones who navigate it well will be the winners, will be those who come out successful.
Some of the key reasons that clients come to L.E.K is that in today's world, there is so much change and it is so dramatic that they need to figure out how to take advantage and also how to defend against it. So let's start with probably the biggest and most immediate trend, which is the shift to electric vehicles. If you're part of the internal combustion engine chain of parts, service, any of those things, life is going to change. It's not going to change immediately, but it will change, and it will change significantly. So we talk to clients quite a bit about how to evolve into that space while it's in its relative infancy.
I think the biggest thing we look to is really understanding the consumer and understanding how the consumer wants to engage in mobility, how they want to get from A to B, how that fits into their life and how that's changing. So really understanding what it looks like differentially by generation, understanding what it looks like across different countries where potentially the technology environment or the incentives are different, and using that to extrapolate into different markets. What I see too often in the market is discussions around individual points of evidence around, oh well, I have an electric vehicle, therefore I assume everyone else will within a few years, or I have a fear of robo-taxis and autonomous driving, therefore I assume everyone else does.
The thing to remember about automotive and mobility is it is a fascinating world. There is lots going on, and it's great to be a part of it, just to see it evolve, just to see how you can help different companies work through this massive change that's taking place.